Commissioner Williams will lead us in the pledge to our flag. Thank you. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Have you seen the minutes from the last meeting?
No.
No minutes?
We had them last week.
We had last week and the 7th we didn't.
Okay. All right. All right. You had a chance to read it since last week, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
Okay. I move we accept the minutes of the previous meeting as read. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Correspondence. I have a couple letters for you. Read. Have a card here from DEO Food Pantry. Douglas County Commission, thank you so much for your very generous donation to help feed the citizens of our great county. As you know, our people struggle every day to keep food on the table, and any assistance we can give them is appreciated. Thank you again. God bless. Bobby Reed, Coordinator, DEO Food Pantry. Okay. Health Access Incorporated. Dear Commissioners, writing to express the sincere gratitude from both the Health Access Incorporated Board of Directors and our many patients for your very generous donation of $10,000 recently received here at the clinic. As you know, Health Access Incorporated is a primary care medical clinic serving low-income, uninsured, and underinsured residents of both Harrison and Douglas counties. And we are delighted to have this level of support from Douglas County as we continue to navigate through the ever-changing healthcare environment. You are each invited to come and visit Health Access Incorporated any day of the week during business hours, as we would welcome the opportunity to have you tour the facility and meet our staff. Again, please accept our sincere thanks for your generous support of Health Access Incorporated. Sincerely, James A. Harris, Executive Director. That's very nice. Okay, I have one more to read. Douglas County Emergency Squad Incorporated, to whom it may concern. This letter is to inform you of the letter received by the Douglas County Emergency Squad Incorporated on September 16, 2014, of the intent of Douglas County Ambulance Authority to terminate the existing mutual aid agreement between the EMS and the Ambulance Authority. This means that if the Ambulance Authority has all of their units and personnel tied up on previous, that no matter what the severity of the call, that the citizen calling will have to wait for an ambulance to travel from either Ritchie or Harrison County to render aid to that citizen. We do not feel that this is the best interest of the citizens of Douglas County, which is what the main concern for all concerned should be. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Sincerely, William M. Hamilton, Director. Douglas County Schools. Dear Douglas County Commissioners, on behalf of Douglas County Schools, I'd like to thank you for your donation of $10,000, which will assist with the continuation of the Project Isaac program. This program provides service to approximately 125 Douglas County students, offering additional educational assistance 2 hours each evening, Monday through Thursday. Your contribution will allow Douglas County families to continue to benefit from this very successful school-based program. We are so fortunate to have such generous commissioners in our county. Sincerely, Jeff T. Harvey, Director, Federal Programs and School Environment. Thank you. That takes care of correspondence. Public comment. Oh, where's the computer? Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
I see that. Thank you. Thank you. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay. You each get 5 minutes each. Maureen Kelly, you are first. Oh, wait a minute. Forgot to say something. Sorry. Hold up. Mr. Heaster presented our disaster plan last night at the meeting at the Fairview Diner. Everybody's got a copy of this. This is the Commissioner's copy. It is completed, and we will be putting it in this cabinet right here. Everybody's going to know where it is, and everybody's going to know that we do have a disaster plan in place. Thank you, Mr. Heaster.
Do you have to approve that?
Yeah, we'll take care of that in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want me to say about it? Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, public comment, Maureen Kelly. You can come and talk to us. You have to talk in front of the microphone, please, because you're all recorded.
Oh,
Yeah, don't be nervous.
I am.
No, don't be nervous.
I'm very nervous.
No, don't be nervous. Just, everybody's here. We're all friends.
The bottom.
I know nothing.
We're all friends here.
Oh, I agree, but that doesn't make me feel any
That's okay.
easier.
That's okay.
I'm technologically challenged here.
This is being weird. I'm supposed to be talking to you. Pointed this direction. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. I would first like to thank the opportunity to be here today. I thank Mr. Sanborn and committee for allowing me to be here. I'm not used to speaking. I have written my words so that it would be smoother and quicker. And so here goes. I brought visuals today if anyone would like to look at them. They are of the Doddridge County Emergency Squad. I looked up the word authority so I would know what I would be speaking about. Authority is the power or right to give commands, enforce obedience, or make final decisions, and most importantly, power or influence resulting from knowledge. Knowledge is facts, range of information, awareness, and understanding. Priority is a precedence in time, order, importance, and order granting this as in an emergency. Respect means to feel or show honor or esteem for, or hold in high dutiful regard. The word authority can be printed on a t-shirt, written after your name, or put on the side of a vehicle, but that does not mean that you are an authority of any person, place, or thing. Authority needs to be proven that you are a person who is honest and righteous, a person who does what's right for the good of all mankind. And because pride goeth before fall, we need to set aside all selfishness, greediness, spitefulness, lies, broken promises, jealousy, and disrespect, because we are not talking politics, but about saving lives. Our children should be first and foremost always. They are our future. The ambulance authority responded to a call for a school bus accident in our county. The Doddridge County Emergency Squad is located a few minutes from the ambulance authority squad, and they were available. So my question is, why did the ambulance authority call another county who is too far away? Thus, this is why our veterans brought forth and about the Doddridge County Emergency Squad. Why would we call someone who was further away and jeopardize the lives of our children? This I do not understand. Apparently, they've not lacked the knowledge they needed, did not have their priorities in order, and I think someone is confused about which ambulance squad needs to be dismissed, because this is totally unacceptable. Our children are our future. They pay attention to what we do, say, repeat. They will follow in our footsteps. If we're doing wrong, those children, our future, will be doing wrong as well. As a child growing up, a lot of my relatives worked on the Doddridge County Emergency Squad. If I did not have a sitter, I had to go. I was only allowed to sit on this huge green couch. That was my place. I was not excused only to go to the restroom, because if a call came in, there was no need for chaos or a child to be running amok, so that the squad could work smoothly and not have chaos right off the bat. I learned as a child to gain respect for them. I watched, I listened, I saw the teamwork, the priorities they had, the knowledge they gained. They were an authority on what they did. I learned that. I saw it with my own eyes, heard it with my own ears, and learned to respect them for that. Our children are listening to us. Whether it be right or wrong, and if it's wrong, what will happen to our future if we do not show our children what is correct? The Doddridge County Emergency Squad, which I have brought these visuals, they have been so kind in letting me borrow them. It was founded in 1972. That was 42 years ago. 42 years of experience. Being a Lions Club president and an Army veteran who is still living, Mr. Marvin Brissy started the Doddridge County Emergency Squad. 60 to 70% of those who started it were veterans. The oldest veteran still works on the squad today, Mr. Jack Calhoun. The rest were citizens of Doddridge County. They have depended only on themselves. They started out with $13,000 and still have money in the bank today, even though no one granted them $25,000 to $30,000. Apparently, they were built on solid rock, solid ground.
Time's coming close to being up.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Apparently, with the knowledge and their priorities in order, they have gained respect of being an authority for what they do is right and good for all mankind. No one has the authority to be disrespectful of our veterans. How dare anyone? They fought for our country, went above and beyond the call of duty. Those who made it home did something good for our county by having this ambulance, the Doddridge County Ambulance Squad, started.
Okay.
Please do not thank them by slapping them in the face. And in closing, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord as we always have. We will respect our veterans as we always have. and we will support the Doddridge County Emergency Squad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mary Donna?
I'm gonna pass.
Yes, okay. Tammy?
Nope.
Nope. That ends public comment. Thank you.
God bless you all.
Thank you.
Is that your water?
Yes, it is.
New business. Pat Easter, monthly report.
Okay. Monthly report ended at the last meeting, the Phantom meeting, the meeting almost meeting, the meeting meeting. Okay, so we're kind of behind the times here.
She needs one.
You need one? Okay, we're running, the months are starting to run together here pretty quick. We had 8 tractor transportation accidents. We gained a little bit in water. We gained about an inch back in the rainfall. We went from 4.9 something to 3.9 something. We've actually, the fall rains have started and we've actually gained a little ground there. During the month of, we've had a couple events. The Oxford event with wells, and I'm sure you've seen it on the news, and Terra drilled the wrong direction, I've been told, and the interrupted water service for about 12 customers. They've already been ticketed for it. They've assumed the responsibility is the word I guess I'm looking for. They'll be they're monitoring the water system daily, and I think they're going to have to figure out something, because the last report I got, I was hoping we got one last night, but the gentleman didn't show up from Antera at our LEPC meeting, and I was hoping to get an update last night, and really and truly there's nothing. It's not gaining any ground, it's still staying at the toxic level. So you may have a water line expansion paid for before we're done here, because they got to figure out some way to get them water. Mr. Hearn contacted me about the generator for the Humane Society on the 29th, and I'd give him the go-ahead. And so it's supposed to be the 29th of September, and it's supposed to be installed as soon as he can work it into his schedule. The generator for the tower site will be installed the 29th of October. If we can get worked out with the gas company, we've got a gas company that's going to give us free gas to run that generator on. And as soon as we can get an agreement worked up with them, relieving them of any liabilities. And I talked to April about it this morning, and we're going to work on it. I've been playing ping pong with them up to this date about, I send them an email or talk to them, they send me an email or talk to them, back and forth. So finally, we're going to try to prepare the agreement. Once we get they give me the go-ahead, once we get the agreement done, then they'll drive a stake, we'll get the line laid and hook them up. And that's for the radio tower, the Christian Broadcasting Station, use of their radio tower during a emergency. Our goal there is to separate the emergency transmissions and communication traffic, keep them with the emergency personnel, and the public stuff will be put on the air and published. We were contacted by Jim Steele, and he was along with Tom Cooper from the Tyler County Office of Emergency Service, and the subject was rain gauges or water monitoring devices for Middle Island Creek. And Tom Cooper applied for a system in Tyler County. Well, all the water comes from Doddridge County, so we're expanding that back out, and they give me a name of a guy by the name of Jim, Skoras is his name. He's with National Weather Service. I've talked to him a couple times. And what the plan is right now is we're going to develop a plan. He's going to come in and survey Middle Island to its confluence at Smithburg, McElroy, all the way through. We're going to try to get the best sites for creek monitoring devices. They're not rain gauges, they're stream gauges. And these I've talked to you about them before, they'll monitor water quality and the water quantity and the flows and blah, 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 blah.
Is it what they call hobos?
He's never referred to them as that, but I think that's pretty much the concept. They'll be available on the computer. 911 center can access them, you can access them, but they'll be ready data. And that'll report all the watershed to Tyler County, and it'll also benefit Doddridge County because it'll give us an operational thing. The goal is he's going to recommend the sites. I'm going to do the legwork and get the agreement signed with the landowners to come on the property to install the stuff and get all that done. We're going to have it all prepared and ready to go for the July budget next year. When the July budget comes out and they see how much money they got, and then if the project's ready to go, he can say, I want this project, and we'll do this one, this one, this one. They'll be ready to start on. Now that's the plan. That's the plan. Jim Steele's been working real hard on it, and we're trying to put everything together. The building, the 29th of October, Kreitz is supposed to put the tower site generator in. The 13th of November, they're going to change the electric service over at the house down here to one 200 amp service from a 60 amp service that's there now. And they're going to tie everything together. You're getting 2 electric bills now, you'll get 1 electric bill later on. And then I guess that shortly thereafter, they can take care of the heating and it'll be ready to occupy.
Yeah, we're waiting on the electric.
Well, you can't do anything without the electric. So you got a date, November 13th. I told them that if the place was unoccupied, empty, they could turn the electric off, they can do what they want to, but if they needed access, they needed to talk to your office to get keys. Okay, so that's access. We're overlapping here a good bit from last month to most of this month. Like I said, we run 8 transportation accidents. Last week we had a spill, we'll call it a spill, at Mark West. It was pretty much taken care of. Everybody said that they needed a plan. Everybody didn't realize that they just followed the plan to the T. They did everything they're supposed to do with a few minor corrections, and everything came off fine. I think the day before yesterday they had a electrocution there, and the gentleman I got a report on him, email report this morning on him, and he may lose 3 or 4 fingers on his right hand, and I think that he's going to pull out though. I think he's going to make it. He was working in the plant up there, so, but that was not that was just a newsworthy note on an update. That's pretty much the report for the month. Last night we had an LEPC meeting, and these are 2 of the emergency plans that we come up with. I'm going to cabbage Ralph's there because inside on the first page there's a proclamation statement, and the commissioners have to sign it. If we can get them, now I realize Greg's not here, and I'll leave these with you and I'll pick them back up when Greg comes back, but we need to sign these, and then after you guys sign it, okay it, The first copy is for you guys to keep here in the cabinet on file, and it's public knowledge. And the second copy I'll mail into the state, down to the state DOS, Office of Emergency Services. Now, I've had 2 people already say, can I have a copy of that? And I told them no, because it's all going to be online. We're going to publish everything online except the contact pages for phone numbers, because some of those are like David Spunogle's hidden numbers that he doesn't let out. And no, we've got a lot of contact numbers there. And the 3 copies that will have all the contact numbers in it is, of course, my copy, the 911 Center's copy, and a copy up here thing. But most of them have been phone numbers. We are in the process. We printed this book last week, and it's already changed. And we're going to work on changing it. I've got an appointment with the school board to rework the emergency plan for the middle school. I've got an appointment with the health department. They've got a rather large section in here. Probably one of the largest sections in here is the Humane Society, and they got on board. They had a lady from whoever they deal with regionally, and they developed their plan clear out, and it's a pretty extensive plan. And what we're going to do is work with each one of the agencies now and develop the plan further. This is the base criteria that meets all the regulations and standards that we need to comply with the state. So we're good to go. If any of you have any questions about this, our next LEPC meeting is January 15th. But get a hold of me, and if it needs planning, we'll take care of it, and we'll work through that. The only 2 departments that didn't get their books was Banks and Smithburg. Smithburg didn't show up. I think they was busy last night or something. They had a big party, or I got one for you, Dave. Okay?
How long are they gonna have the water buffaloes out of Oxford?
Indefinitely right now.
Yeah.
They've got, I talked to Mary Virginia. Well, I talked to her Sunday at church, and then I talked to Charlie, her son-in-law, yesterday. The 3 main wells that Donna, Jean, and Charlie's well has methane in it, and it has developed benzene.
Benzene, I mean, they keep talking about the methane, which really flips me out, because if they were drilling, there had to have been other pollutants that ended up in the water aquifer.
There's
And benzene's a carcinogenic.
right, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. It's one of the zines. You know what I mean, the zine family. But that's developed. What happened, I was told, and this is secondhand information, was that they figured out they drilled the wrong direction. Instead of drilling this way, they drilled this way. And there was a 1920 vintage well there that is where the eruption, that's where it came to the surface and around that old well. They don't know if it was properly plugged or not, but there's a Stansbury family out there, and there's Lorne Prim's house. Those are the 3 main houses. Now, Mary Virginia has some taste in her water, clear down to the Kings, which was the old Marshall Leggett farm. Clear down there. Now, they haven't clear to the mouth of Cabin Run. But the buffaloes are being serviced daily, and they have disconnected. They initially disconnected 3 wells. They disconnected 4 additional wells, and now they're hauling livestock water. But they've got a problem because they're hauling chlorine water, and most livestock won't drink chlorine water.
So is it in a crack?
I don't think the surface water has been a contamination problem yet. So far, it's been in the water, contained in the water aquifers. I know that the last week when I talked to the Antero safety man, they're developing a plan now and implement as soon as possible to concrete off the well that was the surface well, the 1920s well. They're investigating ownership of it now, who initially drilled it, blah, 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 blah. But their leg that was drilled in the wrong direction, the intent is right now they're going to concrete it off. they're going to do a concrete job on it, seal it. But now, they've still got the well they drilled into and the surface well, the existing well, they're still working on that. Both the legs that was operable there, I mean, they're providing gas now, at this point in time, belong to Antero.
If they seal off that,
Patty, yeah.
will that help the water?
That,
No,
Okay,
No.
I was wondering.
because once the aquifer, that's the
it's
thing.
erupted.
The aquifer is compromised and polluted, you cannot clean it. And depending on what direction that aquifer is moving, that water moves at different speeds.
Yeah.
So there might only be 7 wells right now, but depending on what direction that's going in, it could be multiple wells.
You don't know if it's upstream or down, if they're upstream or downstream from it, you don't know what to, they're trying to establish that right now, and I think they're going to test, he thought that they were going to do what they call circle gridding, where they'll test the initial people, then they'll test out, and try to establish the direction of the water flow and the areas of contamination. I don't know, this area of terrain doesn't lean to a central water aquifer where they all flow together. This is kind of an individual setup, the way the strata of the earth is, and so hopefully if we can contain this, maybe what it might end up is just concreting off the water aquifer so that we can contain the fluid in one area. I don't know if that's doable, and we don't know yet how far the contamination spread, but like early in the summer, I had cyanide in my test out there when that was due to come through with it. And what was that?
Yeah, arsenic.
Arsenic, I'm sorry, had arsenic. One of those, I bought a lot of insurance on Patsy though, but I had that, I had it tested. Well, I went to 2 or 3 outfits and I paid to have it retested, and it tested low. You know, it tested back within contained areas. So sometimes you get moved through stuff and it's done, sometimes it doesn't, but I was told just benzene or whatever it is.
Any of the enes, like benzene, toluene,
Yeah.
any of the enes, and
They're permanent.
They're really, really dangerous. And some of the stuff you can't smell, taste, or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
I know Mary Virginia's they've got them wearing monitors for
radiation.
not radiation, but gas, for the different gas, methane and stuff like that. And she was baking the other day, and she said she ran out of the house twice before she figured out it was just the stove coming on and going off. So.
My sister-in-law's water got contaminated too.
Well, I'd suggest anybody that's got problems is to talk to Antero, and Antero has stepped up. I think Mary Virginia summed it up as it is what it is, and it'll all get taken care of, but they've taken responsibility, and they seem to have handled the situation, I think, in a very professional manner. She's not excited about it, and Charlie's not excited about it, and Lauren Prim's family doesn't seem to be excited about it. So, I mean, they seem to be satisfied with the efforts it's taken. I don't know if the water aquifer, I can't talk this morning, the water aquifer is contaminated and permanently contaminated. Like Mary Virginia said, she's got 3 other wells on her property that she waters livestock off of, and they don't seem to be contaminated. But her and the one at the house, the ones in the valley seem to be the ones that are contaminated. You know, if they can't, they've got to provide her water.
But will they do that forever?
Although,
They create a problem.
Yeah.
yeah, in some cases, when they've brought in water buffaloes, and this has occurred in Doddridge County and in Harrison County, they leave them there for a while and then they just take them out. And the other thing, if they're going to provide like piped-in water, and they're going to pay for that, the mere fact that whoever these people are that are affected, they're going to now have a new bill as far as the water bill is concerned. So I would say anybody who is affected, if they end up bringing in city water, that they make provisions for Antero to pay their water bills.
Well,
Because if you have a well, I mean, you're paying the electric, but
Antero contacted me last week. wanting to know where the closest city water was. I told them probably Central Station. So you're looking at running something from the tunnel end, the west end of the tunnel would be the nearest hookup out of Central Station, all the way up Sunnyside, all the way over the hill, all the way down through that area.
Can West Union handle the water?
Well, they can handle the water, but it's the Anterra's gonna build another pipeline outside. Yes, ma'am.
What happens if our city water turns around and gets this benzene, toluene,
It's
whatever?
downstream. That's all I can tell you right now. And I asked that question.
Oh, I don't mean from that.
Okay.
I'm saying, you know,
I don't know that question. I don't know the answer to that question. I mean, you know, somebody's catching rain out here in a cup, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you know, we're the watershed, and it goes, if we're contaminated and Tyler County's contaminated and the Ohio River's contaminated, then the whole East Coast is contaminated. So I don't know.
can our commission participate in the grant process to maybe speed things along for these water?
Right now, Anterra's writing the checks.
No, I'm talking back to your report, the
hobos.
hobos.
What I was told by Jim Steele was that this is a totally funded, it's been done twice. They did it in the southern part of the state in the Greenbrier area once, and they did it in Boone and Logan County down there already, and both those were successful, and they're 100% funded by Homeland Security. I offered that if we need seat money, I said I'd run that gauntlet, I'd do what we had to. Right now, they're doing it 100%. And it's their ownership and it's their responsibility. It all works through Homeland Security. It's part of the, I don't want to get it right, but it's part of the public section of Homeland Security where they're doing, being able to monitor stuff. And they consider Middle Island Creek clear through the Ohio River and the Hughes River and McElroy or anything. That's a major, what they call major watershed. And they consider that an important section. So we're like 5th on the total list of priorities. I guess some of these have already been done years ago, and they're just getting around to us now. So, any other questions? Okay, now I'm on the agenda for fire marshal stuff.
Thank you, Pat.
You got a copy of the letter? Okay, the fire marshal come in here and, this is dated 5/13. No, that's the wrong one. 8/18. They inspected the building. They inspected this building, they inspected the library, and they sent back the requirements. It said provide approved exiting, including 2 remote exits from each floor. Now, the last time they came in here and inspected the building was 1993. So it tells you that we're not real high on the priority list. And what they wanted in 1993 and what they wanted done was construction of 2 exits, and the problem is the courtroom upstairs, because you have to come out and you have to come down these monumental stairs and you have to go exterior there, and on the back side you have to come down the other stairs, which means you exit into the same lobby. And they want them remote. The word here is remote. And the building is on the National Registry of historical structures. So in order to change the exterior facade of the building, we have to build stair towers. And the 2 sites for the stair towers that was picked in 1993 was right there, outside the building, inside the sidewalk, bringing the stair tower down and exit directly to the exterior, and over, what's the outside of your office down there where the door's halved off? Bring a stair tower down there and dig that out and make an exit. I forget, if you dig through the files, that they had architectural estimates, and I think it was around real close to $1 million to do that. Then there was a problem with the Historical Society and changing the facade of the building. So they wrote a very nice letter and said, well, due to problems that had been passed. Okay, the second thing on here says provide a vertical separation. And what they want is that stair tower completely enclosed in walls and doors. so that the heat and fire down here cannot travel up and go to the second floor and fix 8 people in the courtroom. If somebody come in, throw a gasoline bomb down there, you know, supposedly trap everybody, so they want to enclose that. And they don't want to fix 8 people up there. What we did in 93 is we closed off the office. Is that your office at the top of the stairs, right? They closed it off with a door and a firewall, a fireproof partition. Mr. Sanders was here at the time when they closed their door, and the courtroom doors were kept closed. So that kept the vertical spread of supposedly fire and stuff. And then on the other side, the gate was installed to keep people from going up there, and the doors on the other side are supposed to be kept shut. The third hazard was, the third item on here was hazardous areas, included storage room, furnace room, flammable materials, maintenance in the shop shall be protected. If you read the code on that, it says that all cleaning supplies, flammable liquids, anything that might be used in the building that have flammable nature should be stored in an approved cabinet, and they're usually yellow with double doors, look like that, but they're heavy firewall cabinets. I suggested that you just order a cabinet for them, keep there. Yeah, so it says unvented fuel heat, fire heaters are prohibited. Who had one of those? Let's see. I told her that she should tell them to take their heater and put it in the closet and only use it on real cold days, and so especially when the fire marshal isn't around. Right, David? And then means of egress shall not be blocked or hindered in any way, referring to the parking space at the basement, and that's that half door we was talking about down there. And when I was a kid, that was a door going in. That's been 40 years ago. That was a door going in when they wanted more parking. They asphalted up against it and closed it up halfway. I don't know of any way of solving that except closing the door totally. And you've got to be more than 75 feet to an exit or a fire extinguisher. 50 feet to a fire exit and 75 feet to a fire extinguisher. So if you look at the distance on the court, you're covered on distance for exiting. But I don't know any way to get away from that. I suggested to Beth that she write a reply to the Mrs. Keller here, that she write a reply using a lot of big words, and that the county court was aware of these problems in the courthouse structure, and that the county commission would seek a different thing. We were addressing items 3 and 4 with immediate action, and there's 5 items on here, so that means that you've got 40% of the items you're addressing immediately. And we're studying the exiting situation and the prevention of the flame spread from floor to floor. The library got almost exactly the same letter with the same problems, and I suggested to them that they write a letter and tell them that they're working very feverishly on a limited budget that they work. But they picked on them about the fire escape having metal grate on it. And I told Ralph there's 2 schools of thought on that. If a lady would come out with high heels aren't very common anymore. It used to be high heels. They come down, they stick their high heel in the grating, and they fall down the steps, and they've got a problem. The other school of thought on that is if you put metal plate on there, then the weather collects on snow, ice, what have you, they come down, they slip and fall. And, and with the grating, the weather passes through. So I suggested them tell them that they were studying the problem and they addressed it at one time. If the fire marshal hadn't been here since 1993, I don't think any of these things are going to hurt or is shaking. The 2 correctable items are very easy to correct. The storage cabinet, which probably is a no-brainer, and I was unaware of unvented heaters where I usually used to be the unvented heaters if they had a UL rating on them, like the little wall heaters, the flameless wall heaters and stuff, they were acceptable. They're not, according to this, they're not acceptable now. And they're all under the NFPA 101 code or the 1901 code. So you can look these, all the numbers are here, you can look them up for yourself. We've been down this road, and other commissions have been down this road, and you know, as long as you're making progress on it, maybe he won't come back for another 20 years and look again. But I do know that the fire escapes, the stair towers, were a very expensive project when we looked at them before, and they were aesthetically not a good solution to the outlet, to the facade of the building, because there wasn't any way you can't match it. The rule in architecture is if you can't match something 100% with materials, design, in the structure, then you got to divorce it 100%. And when you divorce it 100%, you're going against the historical society's building things. Pretty much it. If you guys, I think you've already written a letter.
They've seen the letter. It was, we told them that we would remove the stoves. So you have to find an alternative heat for those offices because there is none in quite a few offices. There were 9 heaters.
9.
Yes.
I thought there was just one.
No, we got 2 in our
Oh,
office.
okay, I'm sorry. I was just,
Yeah. You've got
There was
2
one-
in yours, where there's 2
there was
in
one
there.
over there, that's what.
Yeah.
baseboard electric heat's acceptable,
And,
so you can do
Well, on
that.
the main side of the prosecutor's office, there are 2. I mean, I have this little space heater in mine, but
You know what the consequence for not doing it is 3 days of electric chair, low voltage.
they're known from those fumes anyway,
electric
so
heaters in.
you're gonna have to do some wiring.
Right, you're gonna have some electrical.
Because even when
problems.
they plug in their little electric ones, they,
There, anything that needs, creates.
Well, we don't have any other choice but to.
Well, you could put, your boiler, you could extend your boiler system, as a choice, or you could, I don't know, maybe that's something you need to consult with, somebody like, locally, like Little Mike's, to give you some suggestions or something like that. But baseboard heat's usually the alternative. But there again, like they said, you've got electrical problems to deal with and stuff, so maybe you need to. I think, to show good faith, I'd contact an architectural engineering firm and tell them what the problem is, show them that, tell them you'd like to see some proposals on that, put a little money towards that, and then the same thing, tell them that you'd like to have a study done on updating the heating system, especially in the upper areas. That seems to be the problem in the outside wall, the lower walls down in your area, are they cold? So, and maybe the little courtroom down there, and see what we can do with an alternative heating system in there. Maybe it's as simple as setting a unit and supplying the upstairs and supplying downstairs with some forced air heat.
their little courtroom has its own heating system.
Does it?
It's got a unit outside and
Okay.
everything. It was required.
Okay. So, you know, if they can do that with the little courtroom down there, then maybe they can do something. But there again, you're dealing with duct work and you're dealing with stuff. And maybe there's some solutions out there, some of this ceramic heat and stuff like that that's not, you know, it's more energy efficient than the older stuff is. So, and there again, then you gotta look at the officials that you're trying to keep comfortable. Are they worth it?
Thank you.
Okay, any questions?
Thank you.
We have also ordered, in the process of ordering 3 cabinets, they're called flammable cabinets.
Yeah.
Before this, they figured that's how many they need. They put all
Yeah,
the
I'm sure
chemicals
that
and clean and
They used to have floor strippers and stuff like that here that I know is flammable and stuff. But I'm sure they've got other cleaning supplies.
they have quite a few cabinets. So.
Questions?
Thank you, sir.
I'm out here.
We did tell them that we were going to contact an engineering firm
Yeah.
I'll do that.
and that we would stop the parking in front of that
Try to
door.
get
Yeah.
another
So, I
Who parks in front of that door?
I think it's Brooke,
maybe engineering.
so she needs to be notified.
It's all on the
And
park.
you need to give her a new place to park.
Okay. Want me to notify her?
She's not here
Does
today.
she know? Can we send her a letter?
Probably not.
Can we send her a letter?
Well, you got to decide on a place for her to park.
Well, we'll
Brooke
find
parks
her a
in front of
place.
that door.
Will you draft a
She's
letter to
gonna
her? Please send her a letter, make it official. We don't have to get her towed out.
I don't know if that's necessary.
I know, thank you. Item C, Hope Incorporated, Domestic Violence Awareness Proclamation. Proclamation, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Whereas domestic violence is a serious crime that affects people of all races, ages, gender, and income levels. And whereas domestic violence is widespread and affects over 4 million Americans each year, and whereas 1 in 3 Americans have witnessed an incident of domestic violence. Whereas children that grow up in violent homes are believed to be abused and neglected at a rate higher than the national average. And whereas domestic violence costs the nation billions of dollars annually in medical expenses, police and court costs, shelters, foster care, sick leave, absenteeism, and non-productivity. And whereas only a coordinated community effort will put a stop to this injurious crime, and whereas Domestic Violence Awareness Month provides an excellent opportunity for citizens to learn more about preventing domestic violence and to show support for the numerous organizations and individuals who provide critical advocacy services and assistance to victims. Now therefore be it resolved that the Douglas County Commission does hereby proclaim the month of October 2014 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month throughout Douglas County, and urge our citizens to work together to eliminate domestic violence from our communities. Passed by the Douglas County Commission, West Virginia, 7th day of October 2014. Motion, Charlie?
I'll make a motion to make October the,
Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Yes.
Okay. Motion has been made. All in favor, aye.
aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Thank you. Item D, mapping and addressing.
Good.
Thank you.
And we have 3 private drives. This is first reading. Private drive off County Route 21, Oxford Road to the first drive on the left after County Route 11 number 3, Elliott Road to be named Amber Drive. The private drive off County Route 44, Hunter's Fork Road. The first private drive on the left to be named Reimer Lane. And a private drive off 18 South to the first private drive on the right after County Route 40/1 Smith Hollow Road to be named Slack Lane.
What is
Slack
the
lane.
lines?
Slack.
Slack, S-L-A-C-K. Lane.
And that's it.
Okay, first reading?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Item E, Breast Cancer Awareness Proclamation. West Virginia Breast Cancer Awareness Day and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In 2014, an estimated 1,340 West Virginia women will be diagnosed with breast cancer, and approximately 289 women will die from the disease. Breast cancer continues to be a leading cause of cancer-related deaths among West Virginia women. A woman has about a 12% chance of developing breast cancer in her lifetime and about a 3% chance of dying from the disease. Currently, the best method to reduce deaths due to breast cancer is through early detection of the disease. Women aged 50 and older should have a mammogram at least every 2 years. Women ages 40 to 49 should talk with their health care provider about their screening schedule. Clinical breast exams by physician or nurse are recommended every 3 years for women in their 20s and 30s, and every year for women 40 and over. Breast self-exam is an option for women starting in their 20s. Women should be told about the benefits and limitations. Clinical breast exams, breast self-exam, and mammograms can save lives. Women should talk to their health care provider about their individual screening schedule. In recognition of the important life-saving early detection practices available for breast cancer, I, Ralph Sandora, Dodge County, do hereby proclaim October 7, 2014, West Virginia Breast Cancer Awareness Day, October 2014 is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I urge all Douglas County women to become aware that they are at risk for developing breast cancer and to discuss screening with their health care providers. I'll move that we accept this proclamation. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Nay. Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Thank you. Item F, Tricia Harris. Not here.
No, she's been in Pittsburgh with her father at the hospital.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I hope everything's okay with that. Or Dad, what do you know, anything? Okay. If she comes back, we'll take her if she comes back. G, review of equalization hearing, 10 o'clock. Look, we're 7 minutes behind schedule.
We need to make a decision on the funding because the fair is this weekend.
Oh, okay. Yep, you're right. Sorry. You're right. You are right.
How much is the funding?
Trying to find it. Trying to find the total. I thought we agreed $3,000. Am I right or wrong?
I think it's right, you're right, but it's on, it says county commission, and there's an amount value provided on one of those pages.
Well, I'm looking for it. That's what I'm looking for. This one?
Yeah, county.
Okay. Okay. That's what I thought, okay. Okay, they're asking for $3,000, and we did discuss that at our other meeting,
I'll
okay?
make a motion to approve the $3,000.
Okay, motion has been made, we approve the $3,000. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, all opposed, nay. Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Okay. Okay. Okay, review equalization hearing. One. Morning, David. Trying to get on the schedule, okay? We're trying.
Usually, on our board review equalization meetings are in February of every year.
Right.
You all remember them?
Right, we do.
Those are always exciting times.
Fun.
The legislature changed the code a few years ago and said that if you couldn't come to the board review in February, that you could file a written appeal indicating that you wanted to appeal your property values and that you could come in October.
Okay.
So that is what happened. Crestwood Marcellus Midstream LLC. The code says that that if the commission has already adjourned their meetings in February, that you may also appeal by filing a written protest with the clerk of your county commission no later than February the 20th, 2014, indicating whether you wish to protest to be heard by the commission, setting a board review and equalization of review in February, or as a board of review and equalization in October. So they did get their paperwork in and indicate in time before the, matter of fact, it was on the deadline, February 20th. They indicated that they wanted a hearing in October. So a letter from the commission was sent to them indicating that today was the day for their hearing.
Okay. Anybody here?
I've not had any contact with them. The letter was sent, it was sent certified mail. Did that come back? They did receive it. The last part of the letter that goes out to them is that if you fail to, in a timely manner, to exercise your right to appeal, you will lose the right to appeal for this tax year's assessments. So I would just indicate that I'd like for the record to indicate that the commission was open, we were here for the hearing, and that they did not show.
The dates are correct? Everything's correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And the only change is that as far as the change in code from, that this is the first, it's been that way for at least probably 3 years. I don't know exactly when the code changed, but this is the first time that anyone has ever requested a hearing in October. So this is the first time that it's been in existence, and some counties have used it more, but this is the first time that we really had. And it isn't that we have hearings in February and October now. That's not the case. You can't appeal in February and you all say no, and then I want to come back again in October. No, that's not how it's set up. It's set up if they cannot come to an appeal in February, then they can come if they file the paperwork. And this company did, but
And they got the registered letter and signed for it.
okay.
Okay, thank you, David.
If we could, I saw on the agenda, item number U is State Electric Company security doors.
Yep. Yes.
It's that is, you have not an invoice, you have a quote,
Yes.
an estimate for the security is, the grant is paying for the locks and things upstairs there, and they're electronic control locks. But as has happened for the past couple years now, and there's not enough money, and it got cut. The prosecuting attorney's office has got cut, and that's what it would take to complete that project upstairs.
Yeah.
Actually, the city of you all, and Tammy is aware of that, and I don't know if she's coming or not, but it's cheaper to do it now while they're there than it is to come back later and say, okay, we'll come back then. I don't remember what the estimate was for.
$1,487.
Now, I'm not saying you have to deal with that now. I was just letting you know, if Tammy's not here, that's what that is for. That is the extra that the grant did not cover for the electronic locks on the prosecuting attorney's door.
Okay, so, does anybody know Tammy's name? Okay, okay,
If she's not here, that's,
Okay.
when you get to that, that's what it's.
okay, thank you. Thank you.
We also have another issue with the security door downstairs. The door facing, they had used it for the wiring into the magistrate's office. They cannot put that fire door in, that security door in with that wiring there. It has to be rewired. So someone needs to be contacted about that. Steve, that could probably be contacted. You might want to talk to Tammy. They probably could rewire it, but the guy installing the door looked at it. He said, I cannot do that with that electrician there. He told the custodians he didn't come up.
Okay, we'll talk to Tammy when she gets here. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, okay. Take a break. We'll take a little break. Boundaries are vague. You know, where they're going to start, where they're going to finish, kind of vague. And
I don't know if you guys have anything to check out for that. I'm on the committee for the citizens appreciation. You want to give
I'll
them?
make a check out. I think they told me about it up there.
Make it up to this society.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. I mean, I can take it down there to them today if you want.
I'm going to go tell my assistant, she don't know how to do it.
Okay.
And I'll be taking care of it.
Thanks.
He was here and talked to us. Can David do it?
Of course David can do it. David knows everything anyway.
Well, I didn't come back in for anything. No, stay here.
Yeah, he was gonna bring me a cup of coffee.
But anyway, he was here. But he was
Stay here.
That's right. Well, we do everything anyway.
I got it on tape. I got it on tape.
Well, I don't want to take no action today and make sure, I don't want to give it to him or give it to somebody else. You know, make we'll try to do it. If we can.
See the rest of my this construction.
Yeah, it's good.
Hi.
Hi.
Since you guys are taking a break, I figured I'd ask. Now, I was just making sure, since you have a couple of these that like put into the executive session and personnel issues at a certain time, does that mean you're not gonna go to these until after that?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Just making sure. Thanks. 18,359.
Yeah, normally until they started signing the bill.
I want to get hold of him, I want to get hold of him, make sure that they're going to be starting at the same place and stop at the same place, you know what I mean? Because we could end up, it's pretty short here, I mean, we could end up maybe, they ain't starting at the right place. I want to keep covered, you know.
He only gives those to select people. He doesn't just give them to everyone. I had to ask for it. Well, he wanted to.
I just come back and tell you that Tammy is
The
not
flip
coming.
guy, he doesn't even know how, he can't
Take care of
work.
it.
Is that what you wanted? Okay.
Okay, so we're back in session. Tammy, we understand is not coming in to take care of this, but David is here, and he's been part of this process all along. So you recommended us as to what we need, we have to have it according to code.
These are the same locks, they're called Saltos locks.
Yeah.
And they're a lock that's on each one of the doors when, the main ones are coming in the back of the court. All of the security and this grant that comes from the West Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals, it's all surrounded around the courtroom and protecting the judge, but they extend it out because all security here protects the judge. So, but it's like where those back doors come in, there's old locks and keys on them. Well, those now will be changed over to this electronic lock that's similar to our swipe cards that only the people that need access and, would swipe. Well, that's what that is putting on the prosecuting attorney's doors.
Okay.
So it's the same system. It's not anything.
Okay. So,
Well, with $1,200 or $1,300, whatever it was.
$14.87.
all right, I'll make the motion that we accept the state electric quote for $1,487.50 for the locks for the prosecutor's office upstairs and other offices, right?
It's prosecuting attorney's office.
Okay.
That's the only thing that didn't get covered upstairs.
I made the motion, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay, ayes have it. Okay. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Now, what about Tammy? Okay. Item H, open bids for Mill Island Creek clearing. I'm gonna table that till our next meeting. I have some questions for each person that bid. Need to contact them. I have some questions about where they're gonna start and finish and other things. I wanna make sure that they both understand all this before. So I'll table this until next meeting. Item I, Cold Crim personnel issue, 10:30.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
Okay, motion's been made to go into executive session at 10:23. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. Ayes have it. We're in executive session. Who's going with us? Just you, Cole?
Yeah, just me.
Just other people?
No, just me.
Just you?
Sure.
Okay, can we go in your office?
Yes.
Okay.
Hope not. Can cut it whenever I.
You're right, you're probably right. Look at the traffic on the road. I mean, my gosh, I mean, you have to, I said, what takes long to get home? I said, I take 5 minutes to get out of the home store. And you did 5 minutes to get home, and then 5 minutes to get off the way to get home. You see, my gosh, you
I was thinking, there's some traffic delay on this. But until you set the light and you watch the light turn red, and you see traffic back up.
Yeah.
Back up, and back up. So,
Do you think it's a good idea?
oh, yeah. Yeah. There's gonna be accidents. There's accidents everywhere. But so far it's been so good, I think.
I think it needs to have a light or something. You kind of prove a light. You have a light. You got to stop.
Yeah.
And if you have, it tells you.
They should have a blinking something that says the light is changing.
Right, yeah, something like that, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, it is a smart intersection. The traffic pattern changes. I've observed and I've observed it. If it sees somebody in the turning lane trying to get into West Union, when traffic stops, it'll allow those two turning lanes to go. Not all the time, but every so often. When the traffic backs up so far, it'll allow them to turn. Sometimes it won't, so, but it is a smart system. So, Yeah, if you need something,
You guys have a great day. Have a good
it tells you, you know, caution, you're gonna have to stop. So now supposedly,
Okay, no problem. See ya.
it's supposed to extend out, if it detects a vehicle coming through too close to the road. I haven't seen it. It's a problem.
Is the sheriff out there?
Huh?
Yes, the sheriff out there. I see
I don't know.
him. You want to get him? Yeah.
Oh, he's not supposed to be here 11:30. We're ready for him. Come on, Sheriff.
I'm right here, buddy.
Oh, okay, he's here. Okay, I'll make a motion to go back in regular session at 10:38. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. We're back in regular session. Sheriff Headley, personnel issue executive session. I'll move we go back in executive session. All in favor, aye. Executive session, 11:39, or 10:39. Okay, back in we go.
You're an hour early.
Huh?
You're an hour early.
That's okay.
That's it.
Okay. Better early than late.
That's right.
I'll be at the door again.
Travis Grant, I had one off on there. I want to see what happens when you
It's hard to find. You can take some while to burn computers. It's like you tell one thing one day, you got time the same thing. You can't,
Are they out?
They came out, went back into executive session. They made no decisions.
What was the question?
I don't know. They discussed something in the executive session. They didn't make any decisions when they came out, so evidently they just probably got informed of something.
You go past your, you go back here to the back corner and down the steps, and then you turn and go back to the back corner.
Okay, thank you.
We're staying at 16 pages, which is as big as the original set. But, I said, yeah. No, I like this.
So this one here.
Road sandwich.
Yes, I'm gonna say, make sure I don't grab
Yeah, you don't want to grab that one.
Yeah.
That's a weird step.
Yeah, it is, because it's odd, it's high.
deeper.
So, yeah, it's an oddly nice step.
Maybe we'll make that.
Brooke's not here yet.
This is-
So she's trying to be here by 11.
It's crazy. It's good.
Okay. I move to go back in regular session at 10:35. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. Back in regular session. Okay. I move Sheriff Headley needs extra personnel in the tax office. An extra person, I move that he hire an extra person in the tax office. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion is carried.
Is this full-time or part-time?
Full-time.
Okay. Thank you, Sheriff. Anything else?
That's it. I will advertise in both papers.
Okay. Thank you. Prosecutor Chris Carroll, personnel issue. What did you say?
She's not here yet.
We can, if she comes in, we can do it when she comes?
All right.
Okay?
I'll let her know.
We can do that. Okay. Renewal of EDA board members. Renewal of EDA board.
Okay, a letter from Kirk Conlon.
Letter to Herb Cohen. Board of Directors, of Dodge County Economic Development Authority, endeavors to keep board members' terms staggered so that the expiring terms in a given year will not leave us without solid representation. Over a period of time, resignations and deaths have left us with a block of board members' terms expiring close together. To remedy this situation, our nominating committee respectfully recommends that the Commissioner approve the following renewals of the present board members. Through 2015, one-year term, David Kimball, Lowell B. Through 2016, two-year term, Debbie Foreman, Shirley Williams, and Ronnie Travis. Through 2017, three-year term, Mark McConnell, Sandra White. Recently, Francis Davis and Jonathan Booker have had to resign from time training. Nominating committee respectfully recommends addition of Joe Thorpe for a one-year term and Brad Wilk for a three-year term. Thank you for your consideration of these matters. Okay. Okay, Dodge County Economic Development Authority is requesting that the following members be approved for renewal, staggering the terms so that the expiring terms in a given year will not leave them without representation. Nominating committee recommends the following. Through 2015, one-year term, David Kimball, Lowell B. Through 2016, two-year term, Debbie Foreman, Shirley Williams, and Ron Travis. Through 2017, three-year term, Mark McConnell, Sandy White. Recently, Francis Davis has signed, nominating committee, Thorpe, 1 year. Okay. Make a motion. Need a motion?
Can I make a motion since it's me?
I'll make a motion. Okay. I'll move we accept these for the board members. All in favor, aye? Aye. All opposed, nay. Motion is carried. Thank you. Item F, estimate for heating and cooling across the street property. I got it right here. Okay. Okay. How much heating and cooling and plumbing estimate for a new house, office, for 3 floors. Install 90,000 BTU, amount of 95% furnace units and 2 4-ton amount AC units. Install ductwork, heat runs, all cold air return. Furnace has lifetime heat chamber warranty and 10-year parts warranty. AC units have a 10-year parts warranty. A down payment of half is due at start of job and half is due at end of job. $12,500, $12,500. 2 furnaces, 2 air conditioners.
I'll make a motion. Approve the estimate.
Okay, motion's been made. We approve and accept the estimate for the furnaces and air conditioners. All in favor, aye? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Thank you. And he can't start, well, he could start, but he can't finish until the electric's upgraded. He can start whenever, I guess. Okay, we got animal mortality insurance. What is this?
I don't know if I gave you a copy of it last time, but it's for the 2 dogs we have. It's if they should die. It's like life insurance on them.
Really?
Okay, yes. You asked me to check into it. It will cost $1,324 a year for the two of them. Blackie has a pre-existing condition. He has Lyme's disease. So if he would die of anything that has to do with that, it would be covered. And it's up to you whether you want to do that or not. They already have liability insurance under our insurance, regular
Okay,
insurance.
I got a question. How much did we pay for those dogs?
I believe it was 9,000 something each.
For both?
For each.
For each? So, will we get $9,000 if one of them dies? Is that what you're saying? Our insurance gonna pay us $9,000? Except
Well,
for...
they know how much they cost. That's what we,
Or is it replacement?
Yeah, usually it's full replacement on an animal.
replacement, okay.
Is that with our same insurance company as Carolina?
No, they don't have it.
Oh,
I'm working through them, they're
okay.
dealing with another company.
Okay. All right. That's
Let me
fine.
see where it says.
And we do have insurance in case they bite somebody?
Yes.
All right. Now, well, I guess if one of these dogs gets shot on scene, that's the same. I mean,
Hit by a car?
life insurance, okay? All right. Sure.
I'll make a motion to approve the animal mortality insurance.
Motion is made. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. The motion is carried. Thank you. Staffing through end of year and snow removal. I think I need to table that for our next meeting, please. Michael's Pharmacy Flu Clinic for employees. Okay. Duncan County Commission from Michael's Pharmacy. Flu shots. I'm requesting permission to come to the courthouse on October 23rd, 2014 from 10 a.m. to 11 to have a flu shot clinic for any employee interested. We have done this in the past with great success, and I hope you'll continue to allow us to do this. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at 304-873-1010. Thank you, Chris Mitchell. Assuming they done this last year? Okay. Couple years? 23rd, when is that?
Next week.
Thursday.
Thursday? Okay. I'll make a motion that we accept the flu clinic. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. I vote aye. All opposed, nay. No nays, ayes have it. Thank you, motion is carried. Thursday, what time is he coming?
10 to 11.
Let's say 10 to 11.
From 10 a.m. to 11. He's in the hearing now.
10 o'clock, Thursday?
We already gave him mine. Chris already gave him my shot.
He's had nothing left here though. He usually gives 13, 15 shots an hour.
Okay, got that. All right. And Terror Resources Division Order. What is that? Does Bo know anything about that?
Do what now? I'm sorry.
Oh, and Terror Resources Division Order.
Okay, this is what it involves 2 tracks. It involves the agreement that you all have signed, the pooling agreement involves that, but I have deeds and stuff and lease showing what tracks it involves.
Is this the poor farm?
y'all walked in, he said, oh, that's the day. And he looked at me, he said, you don't remember me? I
I don't know what, I don't know
These
what.
premises is a tract parcel of 237 and 1/2 acres more or less in Central District, known as the current Dodge County Four.
Those are the two wells that I was telling you about a few months ago that's producing. They've already drilled them. You signed the lease last year, or the pooling agreement last year. And for you all to get your money, you have to sign the division order.
We need to,
I had talked to Matt
yeah, just like my,
yeah, because I had chatted to April, and she said the one asking wasn't really
okay,
their mailing,
Okay.
but I showed her that and told Matt about it, and she said, yeah, that was fine.
okay.
So like she said, to get your money,
You gotta sign it to get the money.
You need to make a motion, or
Well, I'm assuming we did.
I'll make a motion to approve the,
Internal Resources Division order,
yes.
all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. Ayes.
I've been one of them years ago, playing racing out on it.
I don't know if you got to sign in them or not.
No.
Okay. Appointment of member to DCAA.
I'll make a motion to move that appointment to the November 4th meeting, so that Greg can move.
Okay, on table.
Yes.
Okay. All in favor, motion been made, table, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All opposed, nay? No nay. Okay. Financial statement?
Did I give you a copy of that last one? I think, I thought I laid them out there, but I may not. I'm not sure what I gave you last meeting, when we started to have the meeting last time. Here's, they're being completed, but I need you to give the okay with them. Mary Ann Clayton, prepared it from the information you gave to her. And,
Hey, tell those people to be quiet, please. Thank you. Thank you.
hopefully Mary coming in here.
Okay.
Let me sit there.
We'll take care of you right away.
Yeah, we'll take care of you right away. Because she's Journey. Very Journey. I've already had it once.
Who prepared this?
Marion Clayton. She used to work in, she just retired from the auditor's office.
Okay.
They used to do it as the auditor's office.
Okay.
Yeah, but now she just contracts.
Okay, okay, all right.
The commission, you need to approve it, and then then you sign off, and I've got to put it in the newspaper.
Just copy it for me.
Yeah, that one's for you, and that one's for you. So you can go over it in more detail.
Okay.
I looked through it and tried to find everything I could.
Okay.
I found a couple errors and she fixed them. Some of it I missed.
I'll move that we accept the financial statement. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, all opposed, nay, ayes have it. Motion is carried. Global Science Technology renew contract.
Yes, this is it's the same contract you renewed last year. It's for our internet service. There's two different ones. One goes to the state tax department, and the other one is the rest of the county. It's the one for the offices. There's two contracts.
Please. Thank you. I'm trying to see how much it is. Money.
It's like it's like $300 and some a month for each one. I don't think it's on this. It's called the total cost. It's the service they're asking. $369 is one of them. The other one's similar.
Okay.
One of them is, they have the contract with the state, we have to do it.
All right.
The other one is one to get our own.
You want it?
They do a good service. They're the one that fixed the internet on the, it was down, the wireless one as it was for a couple of days. And he was heading somewhere else when I called, and he just turned around and came back here and fixed it.
I'll make a motion to approve the Global Science and Technology contract.
Two of them.
Two of them.
Okay. Motion's been made to accept Global Science Technology review contract. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Motion carried. Thank you. Okay, we can take you now. Ready?
I'll make a motion to go in executive session.
Motion made to go into executive session at 11:06.
I didn't know you were going to stay.
I tell
She's gonna stay
she'll
over
be in
her
there
office.
lights off.
Yeah, trust me, I'm not going over there.
I move we go back in regular session at 11:17. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Motion is carried. I'll make a motion that we increase your budget by 6,000. No, 8,000, sorry. We increased your budget by 8,000. We did approve it for 22. I move we increase it by another 8,000 so you can hire your, executive secretary, whatever it is, okay? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed, aye? All opposed, nay?
Is it a part-time position?
Full-time, just part-time, what is it? Full-time? Full-time. Okay. Motion is carried.
Now, is this to replace somebody or a new?
New. place in April.
No, I then.
No, no, no.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Down to B, delinquent tax list. What is it, Dick? What do we gotta talk about delinquent tax?
Taking out anything.
Can I have everybody's attention?
Bring down the gavel, Butch.
Isn't that right, April? 30,000 plus the insurance and all that.
Okay, that's all figured in the aid.
I don't know.
I think that's just the base. I think that's just the base figure.
We need to amend your,
What?
we need to amend your,
Amend my motion?
because she wants her to have 30,000, that's not going to include the insurance and FICA and all that stuff.
You just need to say, 8,000 to the budget to cover salary and then whatever for benefits. It's salary.
Okay.
And then additional for benefits.
Retract my motion. We approve 8,000
For salary.
for salary,
And then
plus whatever other amount it takes for benefits. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion is carried. Does this person have a place to work?
It's gonna be really cozy for them out
Okay,
there.
that's fine. We can't afford heat up there, so that's more in there. Gotta take the heaters out, remember?
Oh, I know.
Okay. So crowd everybody in. Stay warm.
It's gonna be more than cozy.
Okay,
That's why I'm perfectly fine in my little
okay.
area.
Delinquent tax list.
Statement taxes for 2013.
That's this year's, right? That's coming up for sale?
I suspect that's what it is.
It's next week, right? Next week?
What's it say on there? Does it give the date of the sample now?
Haven't got there yet.
No.
Doesn't say nothing in the front.
Should be pretty soon.
22nd.
Here. Public 10 to 4. Yeah, that's public office. That's courthouse. The hours of 10 and 4, October 22nd.
10 and 4, 10 and 4.
Between the hours of 10 and 4. 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., between those hours.
Public auction.
Public auction. Public auction. Here, I'll let you go.
You have to sign it.
Did I get the list on, did I get the line on the back?
I didn't sign it yet. Here. Close it.
I'll make a motion to approve the delinquent tax list public auction. What day is it supposed to be?
22nd,
October 22nd,
October 22nd.
between 10 and 4.
Okay. The motion has been made to accept the delinquent tax list for auction October 22nd. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, nay.
Sign
No
it.
nays. Ayes have it. Have your say.
Does that mean all of those that's listed will be on sale?
Mhm.
That's what goes in.
That's what it means. That's what it means.
Has this ever happened before?
What?
That many?
I had a lot of them last year.
That's about normal, Shirley.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, come on, take me out of
Hear this noise in the background all day.
That's the first day of early voting.
Oh, my goodness.
Your what?
That's the first day of early voting. I think they're usually here during early voting, but it's just happens to be the first day.
Can you bring the early voters in this door and put them back out that door?
I hope I signed that in the right place. That's her check that. I hope that's in the right place.
You gotta sign it. That's the quote for the animals. You didn't sign anything saying it was okay.
Okay. Yeah. Make sure I signed that in the right place.
No.
No.
You signed it where they signed. It's the assessor, but I'll change it.
Where are we at? Old business. A, Douglas County Independent. What's it about?
I think that's just where you needed to clarify that all that Mr. Zorn was notifying the commission of before is that he was in compliance with statutes and the rules and the regulations, whatever they may be, to accept legal ads in the event somebody wanted to use their newspaper. I think it's my understanding that it was left open-ended. And I think it just needs to be clarified for the sake of the record. It's my understanding that he has to come to various public entities just to make it known,
Right.
just so that it's acknowledged.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So I guess all you have to do is acknowledge that he has met those requirements and
We
that's it.
acknowledge it. We acknowledge it. We gotta get the floodplain manager in here. He's up. He's coming.
It's in a different place than it normally is.
How many do you have?
I've got just a few. So,
I need to take a break. Go ahead and start reading.
okay. So here, this is for, these are the hard copies for next week. So these
Okay,
are
that
for the
needs taken
newspaper.
down.
Yeah, I've already emailed them to you. So,
Okay. I just saw it.
okay.
Do you need a hard copy?
Were they the ones on the table?
Oh, no, these are the actual, in the newspaper, the legal advertisements. So do you need copies as well?
Yeah, might as well take.
Okay, I'll print out. Let me see these real quick if you don't mind, and I'll just make a copy of those. And I'll do that, we'll wait on Frank, or Frank. Oh, Frank.
you need to sign.
Oh, I need to sign that, okay.
I'll change the dates on
There's three. Here, take Debbie's. Let me put Debbie's back in here.
So these are the ones that you want to run as ads for the next page.
Yeah, I dropped some off last Thursday, or last Friday, one for this coming week. This will be for next week's
Okay, this is
commission
for
meeting.
the 22nd, 21st.
21st.
That's still not right.
Yeah, legal size.
They need all this stuff in there. I can't figure out. There's a black hole somewhere that this falls in. We got the hearing date for the Rosses.
No hearing date yet. I haven't heard back from Mr. Tennant, so the 14th was postponed, and I guess they're trying to work with the judge to come up with a date at this point. So we're still on holding
I
pattern.
seen him on TV that day. He was in Charleston.
Mr. Tennant?
No, Sweeney.
Okay, Judge Sweeney. Yeah. Well, apparently it was okay, that the 14th was okay for the judge, but their lawyer, the Ross's lawyer, filed for a continuance to get it, get delayed. So we're just waiting.
Who is their attorney?
I don't know, he's a Doddridge County native, I guess, according to Mr. Tennant, but he works out in Parkersburg. So I've talked to the gentleman, but I don't have his name off the top of my head. So, okay. Well, there were a total of 19 new floodplain applications that have come in. And of course, this is, since we didn't have the meeting last week, this is the additional week's worth as well. And then I'll have a couple for, just got one in today, so I'll have a couple more for next week, for Tuesday. But there was 19 new, 11 out of the floodplain and 8 of them in. We have approved 11 applications since the last meeting, and there are 15 that are still pending. Now, one of particular interest was number 14-264 for EQT. That was the OXF 43 well pad that was on the Huff property. The one that was originally taken to the lawsuit, when EQT had refiled, and Mr. Richardson had filed a complaint and brought issues to them. EQT, based on that, went ahead and pulled that application and are redoing it. So at some point in the future, they're going to resubmit another application for this project. They're bound and determined to make this project happen, and the Huff family and the neighbors are pretty well bound and determined for it not to happen. So I assume that this will have some legal litigation to it at some point in the future. That's pretty much it. We got notification of another large pipeline that's going to be coming now. This one's going to be coming south out of Doddridge, down into Virginia. This is in addition to the other one that is coming south out of Doddridge into Virginia. So there's 2 separate major pipeline projects, as well as the third one that's going north into Canada. So we've got notifications on those. On a separate note, not floodplain, well, first let me say, are there any questions on floodplain?
I haven't had time to go over it.
Okay. We've got a couple of residential projects that are coming up. Actually, we've got, and I'll go over those real quick. Albert R. and Lillian M. Richards on Wilhelm Run, which is actually right beside the Ross property. They've actually gotten permission from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers already to dredge a small area in front of their home. So they've already got the approval to do that. The dredge material that they're going to be removing and taking out, they're going to put on their property but it's going to be outside the floodplain. They're going to use it for a parking area, but it's outside the floodplain. So all they're doing is removing dredge material and putting it outside the floodplain. So it's not going to have any negative rise on the base flood elevation. So we'll wait the 20 days for comment since it is a floodplain issue, but they've got their ducks in a row already. They came to us as the last stop. Deputy Miller is going to build a storage building near the pens for his dog. And I've given him all the appropriate FEMA instructions on proper building materials and things like that. And he's applied for the permit and things. That's also on Wilhelm Run, just up the road just a little ways. And then we have the DeVinnies out in the Greenbrier District. They're doing a residential bridge. And it's going to be a 14 by 51 foot long concrete pillar bridge. It's going to cross the stream, but it's going to be 20 foot on either side of the actual stream bank. They've already got Army Corps and right of entry taken care of, and I sent that data down to the state office. The state office said it looks good to us. It doesn't seem that it's going to have any negative impact. They do not have to do a full H&H study. You're good.
Where's this at?
It's in the Greenbrier District. I'm not sure what creek it's actually on.
What's their name?
It's on their property. The DeVinnies.
Okay.
DeVinnies. So, and their neighbors have bridges like this, and their bridge is going to actually be a little bit wider. So it's, I mean, they're doing everything. It's not like they're just putting in a low water bridge. They're building a nice, big, huge bridge. So that's pretty much it. So in regards to otherwise, I found out something about our internet here at the courthouse. You know, we had the problem with the internet shutting off and kicking people off, and then it would shut off at 5 o'clock. The firewalls that were originally established by the service provider for the public Wi-Fi. Originally, that system, the public Wi-Fi system, was also going to be tied into the computers that are in the courthouse, which ties into the state system. So they had set up those firewalls very specifically. That system never got tied into that. So our Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi, is basically a standalone system, as it was explained to me. So the gentleman went ahead and took off the, you no longer have to sign the user agreement, but once every like 30 days, I think it is, when you log in. And it's until 10 o'clock at night now. So this room will have Wi-Fi access at night. Also talked to him about possibly running a couple of additional Ethernet cables up here so that we can actually do cable connections directly to the network should anybody need to do a presentation at one of the evening commission meetings, and he said that shouldn't be a problem. So I think as far as the internet, the situation that we had with the earlier hearing shouldn't be an issue anymore.
Okay.
So we should be good. But that's all I've got.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
This 14287,
Yes.
Joseph Gum well pad entirely out of floodplain, is that really West Union District?
That's what Antero said, and that's what, looking from the data, it seems to be. I can go back and check.
Because Joe Gum lives in New Milton.
Okay, but it could be property that they own elsewhere. I don't know. I'll check on it. I'll check on it and get back with you. So. Thank you.
Getting the wire changed. I don't know what the cost, but it has to be done.
You need to vote on downstairs, changing the wiring
Oh,
on that door.
Yeah, give approval to get it checked,
Yeah.
because it has to be changed.
yeah, for the
And
door.
since State Electric is working on all that
Okay.
stuff anyhow, they
Okay.
have, instruct Tammy to
Okay.
go ahead, but
Well,
it needs to be official.
I'll make a motion that they go ahead and change the wiring as necessary down there for that door. All in favor? Aye? Aye. All opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Thank you. That's all we have, with the exception of our invoices.
May I ask one question?
You can.
You went into executive session with Mr. Krim for personnel, and I wasn't here whenever you come back.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
What
Go
was
ahead
the
with your
gist of
question.
this?
I know I made a mistake. Go ahead with your question. I know-
What was the gist of this?
there was no action taken. There was no action taken. That's what you was gonna ask me, right? What we do? What was you gonna ask me?
If this was another position opening or what?
Can't talk about it.
Can't talk
We're in
about it.
executive session, no action taken. Can't talk about what we talked about in here. No action taken. Okay? All we have is invoices to sign now. Want to sign something?